Good evening, all you fine people. Let's have a fun time tonight. It's Blastcast. We got a special edition. We're coming in hot tonight. We got some great projects. We got some great people on here, some great creators. We're going to have some fun. We're going to chat. We're going to talk smack to each other. Smithers keeps asking me in the private chat, where do babies come from? And Russell is so rude because I moved him out. You know, he likes to be a chatty Cathy and make us start late. So I had to just kick him on out of here. He's back there laughing right now. I see you laughing. He's over there touching on his ficus or something. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to have fun tonight. It's Blastcast. You guys know how this goes. We talk smack to each other. We talk fun stories. We talk about projects. We talk about inspirations of those projects and what we've got going on. So tonight, the special sponsorship is by Hazzum Studios, guys. Check out hazzum.com and get on them fine projects. We got Peanut Pudding and Jelly, Pitter Patter, and Roadkill Rampage. Go show them some love. Rodney and producer B have cranked out some awesome stuff, doing illustrations, cover work, stickers, and doing a lot of fun giveaways. We got some stuff we're going to be giving away tonight from Hazzum. Thank you to them for all the work they've done. Also, thank you to Chuck Pino. He is a great editor. He has also donated his time to the CatCat and Piggygirl project. And Jason Meadows has donated his time to do the lettering, so thank you to him. And last but not least, thank you to April Grady Reyna, CB Zane, and Steph and Carrie Ann. All these folks, please go show them some love. Go to StephWilsonArt.com and give them some love. Go to April Grady Reyna's page, show her some love, and go to CB Zane's page and show them some love. All of these fine people that I just named off have been spectacular in helping me with this project, giving up their time and work to make this thing happen. So 100% of this is going to the kids. So thank you to all those guys. One last time, shout out for Hazzum, Chuck Pino, CB Zane, April Grady Reyna, Steph Wilson, Carrie Ann, and Rodney Fike and producer B. So thank you guys. And thank you everyone who's donated stuff. Ed Williams of Ed Artworks. We had Marseille. We got a ton of people. Guys, go check out the project and go check out all the fine people that are on that. So without further ado, we're going to bring out the crowd tonight. We got some fun people in here. We got this. I don't know who this is. Never seen him before.
I don't know.
Hey,
everybody.
What are you doing in my house? That background looks familiar. Are you trying to stalk me or something?
I am.
All right. $20 is $20, right? So next, we're going to bring out Smithers. Oh, what are you laughing about?
I'm done.
You're done? You're
Yeah,
done already,
was...
dude? We've been live 3 minutes and 50 seconds. What?
You just told your wife $20 is $20. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? It was only $2 when I first met her, but you know, inflation. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. See,
really?
I'm full of jokes. Yeah, really. No, you were free. What are you talking about?
Shut up. I was not.
I'm just kidding. Everybody, I do love my wife. Hashtag.
I don't know.
Especially on
like it,
live on video.
Live on video. Oh yeah, we gotta talk smack to each other. We have fun doing it. And we got April Reyna. What's up, April?
Oh shit. She's gonna go on a shopping spree to Michael's. Ah, you're in for it now.
Hey, I don't care.
With your
Hey, you know what? If she goes on a
card.
shopping spree to Michael's, that means she's gonna make me some money.
She's gonna
Make
spend all
you
that
some money?
I was waiting. I'm like, man, that was a delayed response. Maybe
I
she
was
wasn't.
trying to put
Whoever
glitter in
was
this
taking
cup.
that
Leave me
glitter.
alone.
And we've got Brandon with This Made Comics, the Gallows Man, live now on Kickstarter. What's going on, my friend? First time here.
Yeah. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. And we've also got Michael Gonzalez with GunEngine Zero on Kickstarter now from Brady Road Media.
That's me.
Are you sure? Wait a minute. Hey, you might be an imposter. Oh, yep. Nope. There's a T-shirt. All right, we're good.
Yep,
We're good. It's him.
That's how you know it's me.
That's how you know it's him, man. He got the T-shirt on. I can vouch for this fellow. So tonight we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about some really cool projects. We've got Gallows Man live on Kickstarter. We've got GunEngine Zero live on Kickstarter. We've got CatCat and Piggygirl live on Kickstarter. And who the hell knows what April's gonna do next? I mean, what have we got going on next, April? And your quota? Are we doing another Mermaids book? We got Squee After Dark Volume 3. What's next in the works for you?
We are currently working on the you know what? Let me pull up my camera. I'm working on the Kids Need to Read charity poker tournament piece. I don't know why I didn't like set this up before, because
Yeah, man. What? Oh no, we lost her. Ah,
I'm here.
that's a scary angle.
I'm
I
an
don't know
old
if it's much
lady.
better than the other one.
I'm an old lady. Technology sucks.
Technology sucks.
Yep. So we are.
What we got here?
Mandy as the main character with her puppy, and we'll have like a bunch of playing cards flying out, and she'll have a hand of cards covering her, bits. And I'm going to put the Phoenix Comic-Con logo down here. Might even incorporate the Kids Need to Read logo. So, and if anybody doesn't know who Mandy is, Dean Yeagle's character. So yeah, super cute. She was featured in like a bunch of the Playboy cartoons and stuff. So
Yeah.
I thought that might be somewhat appropriate for. I think what was it, last year I did Lady Death, or I guess 2 years ago, and then before that I did. Oh, I don't know. I'd been drinking. But so the charity poker tournament for Phoenix Comic-Con happens Friday night. So if anybody happens to decide to swing into that show, Friday night they do a charity poker tournament where it's like a $20 buy-in, and you get to play poker, and it's fantastic and fun. It all goes towards Kids Need to Read. There's raffles. The top 10 people who win get prizing. It's gone into the wee hours of the morning, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And I'll usually play like the first couple of hours, and then I'll sit back and I'll start coloring this live at the show. And so it's definitely one of those special pieces that that's done there. Usually I start it there, but I'm trying to do a good job. So yeah, it's a super fun time. I look forward to it every year. Jen Broomall used to do the live draw, but she hasn't been to the show for a bit, and they've asked me to step in several years in a row, and I've just grown to enjoy it very much. Phoenix is home base for me, so that's where I started my whole art career thing, and I look forward to the show every year. So, in fact, because I did that Lady Death piece, that's how I wound up actually auditioning, I guess, and getting to work for Brian Pulido that one time, way back when, before COVID.
So, Michael, what do you got going on, my friend? You got GunEngine Zero. You're on, I believe, you're on the second week of the project right now, right?
Yeah, I was about to enter the third week on Tuesday. So we're not where I was hoping to be yet. So I'm a little bit worried, a little bit stressed out. So hopefully people will start finding it and backing it, though. There's a lot of people following it, but they haven't backed it yet. So hopefully they'll, do that.
Well, give me your elevator pitch. First of all, I wanna tell everyone, here's the link right here for GunEngine Zero. You guys need to go check it out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You got the links up there right now. So this project's really cool. Not only can you get GunEngine Zero, you can get the ash can for it, and you can get the book that his daughter did. So there is the Agents of. There's 3 issues now, right? This is the third issue on this campaign.
He's working on the third issue right now. This is like a
Whoops! I didn't mean to remove you. Hold on. Sorry, I was trying to make you big and I fat fingered it.
So that's like this is I think this is page 6 of the new one. So she draws it like this, and then I scan it in, and then we do the coloring and lettering and everything.
So are you doing the matching on this project as well? You're doing the matching, so every copy of Agents of that somebody adds on, you're matching that and sending it to CB4K, right?
Yeah, so we sell them as a set, so it's $9 for the 3 books. They also come with a Pokemon style trading card, each one a unique card, and so if you get a set, we'll also send a set to the CB4K.
Which then, in turn, Mark sends those to the hospital, so those are going to kids in hospitals and cancer centers nationwide that are sick, that are in need of help and a smile, and it's really cool. I got issue 1 of the book, and I've pledged on GunEngine Zero, and I'm looking forward to getting. I think I'm going to add a couple more sets on. That way, the kids each have a set. I'm going to add a couple sets on as giveaways, and then, of course, a set for me because I enjoy reading them. She started this at 9 years old, folks. 9 years old. She's 10 now. She's writing her own comic book story, and what a better thing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to touch on this for a few minutes, but this, to me, this is awesome because, you know, I'm doing CatCat Piggygirl. I'm sending a book to these kids that I'm hoping will inspire them and give them hope. But this is a 9, now 10-year-old girl that is writing a story. And these kids are getting that and seeing that this was written by a child as well. And it may inspire them to be a comic creator. It may inspire them to get into comics and be like, wow, this is really cool. I didn't know kids made comics. I really like this. So I love the idea that she's passionate about doing that. I love the idea, Michael, that you have stepped forward and you asked, hey, you know, I want to be able to give to the kids. And it's an awesome thing that you're doing, and I really appreciate that. And there's also other cool stuff on this campaign, folks, as well. You've got the Neotheric on there, and the horror book. It's escaping my mind right now. 6-8, thank you. I have brain issues going on.
So do I.
Yeah, a little bit of wiring errors going on. So yeah, 6-8, folks, is a great book. And then I swear, people, I'm gonna let him give his 30-second elevator pitch. But I've read all these books. I've got Neotheric. It's a great book about dinosaurs. It's really funny. It's really crazy. I had a lot of fun with it. 6-8 is definitely a gruesome horror book. If you like horror books, this is a great horror book.
And Book of Legend.
Oh, do I need to plug Cara's?
No, you don't. She just messaged me.
Okay.
She's coming in. She's off an hour. And listen, so she lives in Arizona, everybody. So when we go forward, she stays. When we go back, she stays. So we honestly have no idea what the hell time it is on the other person's time, unless I go, what time is it there right now, Cara? And she'll say, blankety blank blank. And I'm like, all right, well, it's this time here. So we're an hour apart. We didn't do that this time. And so she's like, oh, shit. I forgot with daylight savings time, we're an hour off again. And I'm like, it's all good. I absolutely want you in.
I had mailed off my sketch card sets for the set just this morning, so I don't have anything to show outside of her APs. So it's currently live on Facebook or on a Kickstarter right now with like what 5 days to go. I don't know. So
yeah, we'll be plugging that when she comes in. We'll be talking about. I got the links and everything set up for that. So we'll definitely cover Cosplay Craze Faux Show. Funded in 10 minutes, by the way. But yes, you also have Book of Legend. That is another great book. That was the last campaign that I backed at Michael's. It's when I got the GunEngine Zero ash can, which I love ash cans, people. If you do an ash can on your project, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna back it just because I want another ash can to add to my like 600 ash can collection I got going on in here. I don't know what it is about ash cans. They're just so cool. So yeah, you've got a great spread going on. You've got every book available on the campaign, and you've got some sweet ass t-shirts, which if you folks don't see it right there, he's wearing one of them right now. So he's got some really cool t-shirts on the campaign. So Michael, I'm going to give you a chance right now. Give us your 30-second elevator pitch. What is GunEngine Zero all about?
All right, GunEngine Zero is basically my homage to 70s and 80s sci-fi superheroes that I grew up on. Things like ROM and Tron, but mostly the Japanese stuffs, kind of like Mazinger, Gundam, Ultraman, Super Sentai, which became Power Rangers, that kind of stuff. So it has that kind of visual aesthetic to it. It's something I've always wanted to do. So the basic plot is it's a classic story of you got these two alien species that have been trying to wipe each other out since the dawn of time, and now there's basically the last two combatants in this war, and they come down to Earth to this small town, and then all of the chaos that erupts when they show up, and then this sort of battle uncovers this long hidden like secret that's in this little town. And so it's a big like action adventure. There's some comedy, there's some melodrama, and there's even a little bit of horror sprinkled in there. And the tone is kind of like what I wanted to go for was, if you classic 80s movies, because it takes place in 1985. So there's a classic 80s movies like Back to the Future, Flight of the Navigator, The Last Starfighter, this kind of thing where you see normal average people that are get thrown into an extraordinary situation, and they have to, fight and use their wit and all that kind of stuff to try to survive. So I think it's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be 7 issues. We're trying to fund the first issue, and so hopefully we can get this funded and keep going with it.
Absolutely. So, guys, definitely please check that out. We did pop the link there in the comments. Check that out. You can get GunEngine Zero. You can get the Ash Can. There's trading cards. There's backer boards with characters on it. There's Neotheric, Book of Legends, 6/8, and you can also get the Agents of drawn by his lovely daughter, who did a great job. The book's fun, and you get a super cool Pokemon card. It's a custom Pokemon card, folks. So,
it's a Pokemon style card. It's not an actual Pokemon card.
Yes,
card in the style of like a Pokemon.
Pokemon
just
style.
To be clear, I don't want people thinking,
clear.
Hey, where's my $500 Charizard?
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh my God, that would be a mess. So yeah, and don't forget, if you guys going back to this project at a physical level, you can add multiple tiers of the Agents of so if you want to add like 6 of them on 6 sets, he's going to donate 6 sets. You could say, hey, I want 1 set, donate the other 5 that I bought. So then he's going to send 11 sets to CB4K. So always keep that in mind. You can help him fund his project, and you can help send these kids some great books to help them through some rough stuff. Welcome, Cara. Sorry about the time zone mix-up. We should have did our usual, hey, what time is it there? And we didn't do it this time. And see what happens.
Well, it's our fault. We don't switch time zones. So when you guys do, it just messes us all up. So sometimes I'm in Colorado time, and sometimes I'm in California time.
Yep. Hey, it's all right. I don't have any choice in the matter. I think we should have quit it a long time ago. I mean, come on. The war's been over for how many years? We really don't need to switch times anymore to screw people's minds. So it is what it is.
Digital now, not analog.
Yeah. Mia! Skeletor here to tell you to stop daylight savings time. Mia! Yeah, look, I had him on command. Look at that. Didn't see that coming, did you? That's what she said. Oh,
exactly what she said.
So anyway, so Brandon, this is your first time on Blastcast. You reached out to me, and I was like, hey man, we'll do a show on Tuesday, but how about hopping on Blastcast? So this is kind of cool chance for you to meet some other creators and talk about your project. So tell us a little bit about Dismay Comics.
Yeah, so basically Dismay Comics, I started comic creating early 2019. I've been writing for before that. But yeah, like right now, main Kickstarter we have going right now is the Gallows Man #1 and 2. We had a Kickstarter last year for issue 1 that went really well, and now this year, basically a Kickstarter for issue 2, but it's issues 1 and 2 for those that haven't really jumped into this world yet of the Gallows Man. But basically, like a little elevator pitch of the Gallows Man is it's set in the 1940s in a satirically and over the top and campy world of superheroes. And within that, you have the Gallows Man. He's a superhero and his team, and they have to take out this Nazi threat that has infiltrated their city, not only to save the city, but to avenge the death
Take
of
out the
Gallows
walrus.
Man's former mentor. Yeah, yeah. In the first few pages, you have a character named Walrus that they have to take out. He's kind of banded with the Nazis, and they take him out. But yeah, it's the best way to describe the book tonally. Like you got the synopsis of the miniseries I just said, but tonally, take the 1960s Adam West Batman show, the fun campiness of that, take that, and then mix in some Quentin Tarantino movie violence, and you got the Gallows Man. That's basically the tonally how the Gallows Man is. Because with the 1960s Batman show, a big thing you have is whenever a punch goes, you never see true contact with that punch. Before the punch happens, it's bam, or wow, or wham. With this, you still get the bams, you still get the whams, you still get the pows. But you see the aftermath of those hits, of those kicks and stuff, where once that bam or once that wham finishes, you see a guy with a broken neck or a guy broken arm or guy just bleeding profusely or guts spilling out.
Okay, listen. We're gonna take this up a notch. You don't even just get to see the bam, the pow, the wow, the wham, the hit. I mean, like we're talking like this guy gets a skull bashed in like 10 pages, 12 pages in, and like his head's flatter than a pancake. Looks like somebody ran over with him with a Zamboni. Like we're not gonna sugarcoat it. I had so much fun reading this book.
How do you go from the 60s Batman where it's like so sweet compared to like right now what we consider now
Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. I'm like at that point why don't you just call it Grindhouse? It's very Grindhouse.
Well, it is very like inspired by that sort of stuff, but it's also inspired by like Golden Age comics, but taking it to an extreme. It's a mix of like Golden Age and Silver Age comics. It has like the campy and funness of a Silver Age comic, but it has like
but that you like the
it has the cheesy one-liners in it. I'll help you out.
Yeah,
I'll help you out. It has the cheesy one-liners in it. It's got the soft mellow. So listen, it starts out and it's kind of like you're figuring out the world. You get in there, they're fighting the Nazis, they're fighting the Walrus Man. There's a couple of puns thrown in there to make it kind of cheesy and tone it down a little bit. And then it just goes into like they're just throwing wisecracks back and forth. And in one hand you're laughing, and in the other hand you're like, why the hell did I laugh at that? It's so freaking corny. And then it's just like straight into like flashbacks, and it's like back in the day, my nemesis. This is what happened, and Sparkle Man. And then he goes into the story about what happened. Yeah, it's literally a Sparkle Man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I can't confirm or deny who plays the Sparkle Man. I don't know. It may be Vampire Boy. I don't know. So, but yeah, no, it was a fun book. I gave it a read. Tuesday we're gonna show off some of the books, so you guys can come in and check that out on Tuesday. We're gonna do a little bit of a read through of book one. But yeah, that's the best way that I can put it. I did read the book. You sent me over number one, and it's very cheesy, campy. It does have a Batman feel to it because it's got kind of like some of the action scenes, like when they're climbing up the walls with the rope, and they're just doing the bam, wham, pow. But then it's also got the like, I'm just gonna bash this guy's head in just because I can, because I'm the evil villain, and blood's just spurting everywhere, and you're like, okay.
And it does kind of have that feeling of like basically this world, Town City is the city that the Gallows Man protects. This world is very like desensitized, or like violence doesn't really affect them, because you have that with the heroes and stuff, but you also see that with like the surrounding community with people like there's a radio voice announcer towards the beginning. Like you hear a guy on the radio, 1940s radio guy, basically be like, wow, it's so great. The Gallows Man saved the day. But you saw earlier, like, he killed a bunch of guys, but save the day. It's almost like how kids look up to Spider-Man nowadays. They're like, man, like, Spider-Man's so awesome. In this world, it takes it to a weird level of, like, you probably have kids that look up to someone like Gallows Man who is, like, killing all these bad guys. There's some that are bad. Like, Gallows Man takes out murderers and Nazis, but he also does take out, like petty theft people as well. And so you have a little kid likely just looking up like, man, the Gallows Man. I want to be like the Gallows Man. But yeah, that's kind of some tonal stuff with that.
Well, and then you've got the character that really literally is the little boy that's like, he's Newsboy, and he's training to be the next Gallows Man. So he does have a sidekick called Newsboy. So,
yeah, it's that Batman and Robin dichotomy there, yeah.
Very cool, very cool. So, Cara, what have you been up to lately? So you guys are pumping out Unstable Frequencies. You got a project going on. You've been conning it up. How you been doing?
All those things and those things. So yeah, we're getting Unstable Frequencies finished up, sent to the printer, getting our Ravaged Cat Requiem tidied up and off to the printer as well. We've got Phoenix Comic-Con coming up at the end of the month. We've got Cosplay Craze. This is cool. This is the first of its kind, a cosplay-based sketch card set that Miss Raynut has been working on. That's the back of the card. As you can see, I don't know if you want to turn it over to see the other side of the card. Cosplay. And April, I think you really, really nailed that Invisible Woman. Like, that is the best I've ever seen.
It is. It's very awesome.
So yeah,
I got those in the mail this morning, so they're en route.
Yay! So yeah, we've got Cosplay Craze, Artist Assembles, Bianca Thompson and I. She was like, "Hey, let's do one of your cosplay." I'm like, "Really?" I'm just like, "Yeah." So I mean, I believe I'm the first cosplayer to ever have a series of sketch cards, and we did a trading card sketch card series, so you can get both. And there are some extras you can get. You can get extra trading cards. You can get my poker deck. You can get a couple of fun little extra things. We've got some VIPs, a couple of producer packs left, where you can get your name actually on the set. Redemption cards. April, you know words that are trading cards. This isn't my world. What's the extra bonus deck that we can unlock through the stretch goals?
I know there's some stickers. There's redemption cards. I know.
Is that what it is, the redemption card? Because there's foil cards. There's promo cards.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Because I know Bianca and there's one other person that signed up to do redemption cards, so you can literally have a custom piece of art like created onto a card, and they're all.
I thought we didn't have this. I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought we didn't have. Do we have redemption cards on this one? But you can get an extra set of cards if we hit the all the goals. You can get an extra set of, what are those called? It's the. Damn it. We've got promo cards though that have the information about the set. I don't know what it's called. I'm not a card.
Hold on, we'll bring it up. We're bringing it up right now. Stand by.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I had to turn the computer on, so I got it brought up now. Let me log in here.
It is.
Stand by.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to pull it out.
Okay.
I just don't know the terminology.
So there's several tiers to choose from. The limited producer pack. The Kiss cards.
The Kiss cards.
You've also got, let's see, stretch goals that have currently been unlocked. You've got a double diva subset card.
Subset. That's the word I was thinking.
There it is. calendar
subset.
magnets. The AZ Power Girl sticker's been unlocked, and that is so cute. Absolutely
Isn't
amazing.
it? Isn't it?
Double Diva subset card, 2 of 5. Ooh, double-sided ID badge. How fun.
The other side is Jill Valentine.
Exclusive Cosplay Craze foil card. That'll be super shiny. Oversized Alfred Trujillo Marvel Girl card. Ooh, I get to be the Double Diva subset card number 3
Yes,
of
you
5. And I love that gunslinger girl. What's her name?
Black Phantom.
I love that. She was my very first one to finish.
She's a public domain character, by the way.
Nice. Good to know. At the goal of 6,000, 3 Bianca Thompson redemption cards will go up for custom sketch card set. Then Wendy Shaner will be the Double Diva subset card number 4. You get a wardrobe card. Ooh.
That comes with a piece of my costume.
Nice. It's not like one of those Orange is the New Black kind of moments, is it?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that they have.
You're like, wait. That'll be like the very last tier. We go sell out. Anyway, so there's more stickers, there's more foil cards, and then at the 12,000 range goal, Alfred will do custom sketch card sets to be added, and then at 15,000, the exclusive kiss card from Cara. So that's what we've got currently listed as the goals, and there are tons of add-ons.
There's the promo cards as an add-on. So it was actually funny the other day. It was yesterday, because that was the other day. There's today and yesterday. Today and the other day. Yeah. So
like daylight savings for AZ.
Right. So we get this message, and I got one and she got one, but it was the same person, and we both got the ding on it. And they're like, "Hey, so I don't see custom sketch cards. I don't see extra sketch cards available to purchase." And so I look and I'm like, well, wait a minute, okay. And then I was like, okay, so there's 9 people that added on sketch cards. You can get a maximum of 5. I'm betting they're sold out. And so she hits me up and I tell her this and she's like, well, just check. So I double check anyway. And I'm like, well, why don't you add a card? And she said, well, why don't I add some cards at the same time I was saying it? So she added more and it's like, yep. So this is the second chance on getting those extra sketch cards, because the first 20 sold out like in a day.
Yeah, and if there is redemption cards, I wonder if April can guess what I'm gonna get if I get one of those redemption cards.
I've already done 2 Vampirella, Cara, Nicole. You'll have to.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get one of them, April.
That is true. In fact, Bianca was incredibly generous with like APs. I haven't even counted them.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meow. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, excellent. I have 14 beautiful, beautiful blank APs. Anxious to draw Cara. So
there we are. It funded in 10 minutes, folks. It's at $45.90 out of 600 with 6 days to go. These are really short campaigns. You get legitimate if you back the I believe it's the VIP tier. You get all of the trading cards. You get the sketch card. So pretty much all the tiers come with an original art sketch card. What Cara was talking about there is the add-ons for the sketch cards. They're probably already gone again.
No, there
it is.
There's a few. You can add on additional sketch cards.
See, and I'm butthurt that the maximum was 5. Like what if I wanted to buy like all of them? I mean, come on. I am kind of greedy.
And I just put a Vampirella in the Vixen set. But yeah, with the VIP, then you get the lenticular Danielle Gransall card. That's a little naughty nice. And then you also get the Cosplay Craze Bianca Thompson card. It's a copy of one, and I was like, I want this to be something that the VIPs get, because she actually gave me the original, like
Oh,
before
really?
the whole thing. Like the original was a gift she gave to me, and I was like, we gotta share that, because it's so cute. Her fire bitch is just precious.
Nice.
And we've got some producer packs left. I want to say how many we've got. We've got 3 left, because there's 5 of these producer packs where your name gets on the production card. And you get 5 sets of trading cards, and you get an original 5x7 drawing by Alfred that Bianca's going to airbrush. You get every stretch goal, even if we don't hit it. You get everything that's offered in here. That is, for the set.
And sorry, my computer's being a little slow. Here is the examples of some of the custom art sketch cards that you can get on here. You got Ahsoka Tano. You've got Where's Waldo. You've got, I'm guessing that first one, is that from Totally Rad?
Probably. That's the so
No,
these
that's
are all cards
Divas.
that people have done.
Isn't that the Dead Divas?
Wait, no, in the top row you've got the Sugar Skull, Where's Waldo, Bunny Goes to Space, Domino, that's a JT Malloy, that's April's, and that is Captain Marvel. The next one's Ruth Lucas, and she's such a sweetheart. She's so nice. She's a lovely woman. And then after that is Andrew Sanchez. So Ruth Lucas did the Chitara. Andrew Sanchez did, that was my weed Wonder Woman. It was my marijuana Wonder Woman. And then I don't know who did this one. That's the Sith, another Chitara, 66 Catwoman, Fire Bitch, Harley Quinn, Star Trek, Ahsoka, Fire Bitch, Leia, more Chitara, Jessica Rabbit, Black Cat. There's the Dead Diva is the Callus, which was something I did with Bianca forever ago. Power Girl, Joker. People, they really got into some different stuff. They didn't just. I'm so happy that it's not just loaded with Black Cat. It's always like Black Cat and Power Girl. So they really, really went through, and they went Chitara was such a big hit. And surprising, the 66 Catwoman was too. But that one was from my music video. I love the one with the stockings. If I could just steal that one. That was so cool.
No. You can't say steal. It fell off the truck.
It fell off. I hope it falls off the truck. So, She-Hulk in there and Velma. They really kind of just did some, people really thought and went outside the box.
Absolutely, which is awesome.
So the subset cards, they're double-sided. So one side is a photo of me and the other side is the art. And so the first one is the Dead Diva from Bianca Thompson. So you can see me and as the character, and one side is one and one side's the other. That's above the add-ons. Andy Bond did the second one, and that is Natalia from Unstable Frequencies. And then April did the Black Phantom. And then Wendy contributed for the subset. So she did Aislinn, and I did, the Aislinn, cosplay. So that's really cool. And then Alfred has a Fire Bitch with me as Fire Bitch on it. And then we got the 2 exclusive foil cards and, all the stuff April said. But, you're going to get that extra set of cards. And then Alfred's got he's got a naughty foil promo, or a naughty promo and a foil promo, and then there's a cosplay promo as well. But if you missed out on some of the things, you can get my patch, the pickup, the deck of cards, or the foil pinup book. And then there are 3 available Andrew Sanchez custom APs that you can get.
Awesome. And I'm excited about this project. I always love these because the cool thing about it is you're not exactly backing what you're wanting to get. You get random cards, so you never know what you're going to get.
But you
And
get original. Like you're getting
Yeah.
original art with this.
exactly, and it's random. There's nothing better than getting random original art. Which, Bianca, I better get both of the Vampirellas.
It's like a mystery box.
I say that every time, and I never get the Vampirella. I'm like, damn it! One of these times, I'm going to get a Vampirella, and of course,
All
what
right,
do we
all right,
lose?
all right. I
Oh,
call
we lost
bullshit
Smithers.
because I sent you.
Oh,
a
okay, no,
Vampirella.
wait. So April was kind enough; she did send me a Vampirella card that went into my great book of artist assemble stuff, which I can show
No,
off
that
some of
was
that stuff. So,
That was a
Cara,
licensed
can you
dynamite.
tell everybody what 52 card pinup is? Because that is one of the add-ons. You can get the poker card set.
You can get the poker card and you can get the book. So 52 card pinup was my cosplay pinup deck of cards. So you can get a whole deck of 50, I want to say there's 56 cards. Because it's 52, I can never figure out. It's 52 without the jokers, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so with the jokers, it's 54. So then I added the old maid, like for the game Old Maid. So you get an old maid, and it's Yvette from Clue, so it's the maid. And then I also added a wild card, which is Waldo. So you can use the old maid as a wild card too. So you can have, so it's actually 56 cards. And there's 56 images. They're all cosplay. They're all different. I didn't do like this is the black cat in a bathing suit. This is the black cat in her regular clothes, and this is the black cat. No. They are all different cosplays. Every single one.
And if you guys want to check that out, I did do the last show that I did with Cara. I did show off those cards. I don't know where I put them. I've been rearranging my studio, and I put shelving up to kind of make a method to this madness that I got going on here. So yeah, I don't know where they're at this moment. But here, folks, is my. So granted, we may have some inappropriate content going on, but here's some of my.
Holy crap! Wow, you have so many.
Oh, I have a ton. Does that one look familiar?
Yeah.
That's an Alfred Trujillo card. Yeah.
I colored that.
And then right above it is a signed card from some Miss AZ Power Girl Cara Nicole. I don't know who that is.
And then the Chitara card.
That's right. And so here's some of.
I didn't know that you were a big trading card person.
I love sketch cards. I absolutely love original art sketch cards. So here's some of the cool stuff from. This one was the I can't think of Back to Retro Heroic. So I mean, check out that Stallone Rambo. That is an original art sketch card right there. It is just badass. And then you got Escape from LA.
Pliskin, yeah, I love that so much.
And
Okay,
then here's some of the cool sticker pieces that came as some of the extras that we unlocked.
So I have a question though. Who did you know first, me or Bianca?
You. Definitely you.
Well, because
And
we
then
all come from the same place, so we all kind of know each other. April
Well,
and
you-
Bianca, they go back 10 years.
So here's how it happened. I was sitting in the wall. I remember this very clearly. So the very first project, which was the first page that you guys seen that I backed, was because Cara always backs projects that she's a part of, and Cara backed the project. And I'm like, what the hell is Artists Assemble? And I'm sitting in the Walmart parking lot in Eureka, Missouri. And so I go and look at it, and I'm like, holy shit, this is badass. And I backed it. And I've been backing every project ever since then.
Aren't
if I
they
can.
great? I do too. Okay, so here's my
Oh.
debut buzz.
I had to change that page.
I've got mine too. I got.
Oh, you got
that
yours
same card. I saw that, and then I have. You can take the camera off me. I've got her garbage. I've got another one. I got one where she's garbage pail kids too. She had garbage pail kids, and I'm like, yes, I need that.
So this card I also recognize here. Somebody in the audience, or not in the audience. I'm sorry, in the panel, Miss April Reyna did this beautiful card right here. Oh my gosh, it's so sparkly, guys. Look at all the sparkles. So of course,
The Hollywood one was mine too, wasn't it? Or
um,
I think that was a print that she created based off of the original. No, it was right next to it.
oh, the Hollywood. That one is done by. Hold on, the light's in my eyes, and I cannot read this. It doesn't say. Probably.
Yeah, pretty sure that's mine.
So then they had the horror ones.
I love
Which
that.
those
one
are really
so
cool.
much.
In the
That
woods.
one was super fun. I think the merman one mine as well.
See?
Yeah.
See, April?
That's not Artist Assemble though. That's a licensed Dynamite card.
I know it is. And it
Yeah.
went in here because it's that special. It's that special. Which one are you
I
talking
see.
about, April? This one? That one's
The
yours.
merman. Yep.
It's so cool. So, she does the specialty cards like, oh, I got the ornaments. She did like Christmas ornaments that have original art in them. And she did are we allowed to tell about the batarangs?
Yeah, but she does die cut specialty cards in different
Yeah.
shapes.
Good
Christmas,
shape.
it was the
Very cool
die cut
shape.
of the Christmas tree. Then for the retro toys, it was in the Magic Finder.
It was the
thing called?
viewfinder. The viewfinder. Yeah, that was so cute.
Well,
And
here,
then-
since we're talking about the viewfinder, I haven't had a chance because, guys, I've been absent like a while. I've been in and out of the hospital and stuff, so some of the stuff's gone by the wayside. So you guys are talking about the viewfinder ones. We'll show it off. So we got the bat bracelet,
Yeah, I got that too.
and we got the Garbage Pail Kids cards,
Uh-huh. Mine are
Nice.
stickers.
and we've got the color your own stand-up
Mhm, I
Ninja
got
Turtles. And then I believe this is the viewfinder card. If I can get it open. No. This was a bonus card because I was one of the first 10. I got Skeletor!
Nice.
Yeah, this was the top 10, that's right. I know the viewfinder's in here somewhere. We'll show it off real quick. Alright, which one is this? This one's bagged up. This one must be special. And I have the ornament too. I just got to figure out what I did with it. The ornaments are really cool. This is the viewfinder piece. Here we go, right here. Cobra Commander! Or
Right.
Cobra, I mean.
Cool.
That's so cool.
So yeah, guys, definitely check it out. I'm gonna pop the link in for the Back to Retro. You guys definitely need to hop on board. These are fun projects. They happen every couple of months. I can't wait to see what they do next. But the cosplay craze, it will be gone. This is, like I said, these are always really short projects. But I went all in on this one. I got some really cool shit from this one. That's another viewfinder card. And then I got the
Oh, I love
pull
that.
behind.
Mine is so cute.
And I got, Barbie and Ken. And
Cool. Nice.
Alf! I got freaking Alf. I love Alf. So I was like, so Tiffany can vouch for this. I screamed. I was like, oh my God, I got Alf. I was so excited
He
because
did.
Alf, I watched the shit out of that whenever I was a kid. And I got,
Wait,
Mr.
was that
Potato.
Rainbow Bright?
yes, it was Rainbow Bright. You're right. My favorite thing is it's got the Etch-a-Sketch background to it.
Yes, I love that too. So cute.
And then, of course, I got the this is the last one. I got the 4 Ninja Turtles. And then, of course, you got the subset cards. So you had Indiana Jones, Optimus Prime, and Michael. Oh, no, that's Raphael. I'm sorry. It looked orange when I looked at it. And then Optimus Prime. So you got some really cool stuff, really cool stretch goes. Guys, please go check out Cosplay Craze. And if you missed out on the previous projects, 52 2-card pinup. Please go check that out in the add-ons. There's also, like she said, there's the pinup book that is available. There's the 2 exclusive books. Or did you say there was 3 exclusive books remaining?
Or what?
The I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. We've got so much stuff. I'm sure we can just
You guys always have so much shit on the. Like I'm going through. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna get the 10-pack. I'm done, folks. Like, I'm gonna go all in. Oh, I can add on more. What? I can only add 5 extra cards. What kind of sorcery is this? Like, there's 20 available. I want all fucking 20 of them. I'm not letting anybody else have these Cara cosplays. Don't you laugh, April. It really happened.
Are you kidding? Because we're like, hey, how many can we send? You know what? We're just gonna send you a bunch, and I'm just like, okay.
Well, that's what it was crazy. I was like, why is there only 20 in the add-ons? I'm like, I know April probably did at least 20 because she was like live for like 5 hours that one day working on cards, and Bianca's like, remember, no Lady Death, because she had the Lady Death sitting there, and you're like, I know. I took and I modified it, and now it's not Hell Witch.
Goblin Queen.
It was Goblin Queen. Thank you. It was Goblin Queen.
I
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was all like that.
Yeah, Lady Death and Patriotica and I think Elvira's okay, right? Oh, wait, is Elvira yay or nay?
Nay.
I thought okay, that's what I thought.
So long time ago, it really was like years ago by now, Dynamite was supposed to do a Elvira sketch card set, and then they I don't know. They were like, you have to be on it. And they're like, we're going to put this on pause. And then they just never really got back to it.
It would be a great time for them to do that. See, I just don't want to piss her off because it turns out that now I have a chance with her. Everyone just kind of like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's okay.
No,
it's
my mind just spiraled right down the drain. It was fantastic.
Dirty girl joke. So,
well, listen. Let's just put it this way: with the clusterfuck that was the Vampirella cards for the Dynamite set, it was ridiculous. I think you got like 3 cards in their sets. I think it was a total 8 cards. You got 3 cards that were one thing and this and that. And it was like $60-something on the Kickstarter for it. And I'm like, bro, that's insane. Oh, it was nuts. I didn't even back it. That's why I have zero Vampirella. And so now you go to buy them from the Dynamite site, and it's like $69.99 for like 1 pack. Or if you buy the full box, I think it's like $400 for a box of the foil packs. And they only come with 8 cards in each pack. And there's like, I think 12 in a box, so you get and they come in this really weird DVD case looking thing, but it's like a Switch game case.
Now, are they originals? They're not sketch cards, right? They're trading cards.
They're trading cards. They're not even originals. You get a chance at 1 original or a signed card.
Yeah, no, ours you're getting an original in your pack. Like
you get an original, you may just get a signed trading card, which I mean, that's cool, but still.
And if we hit some stretch goals, then you're gonna get the Kiss card, you're gonna get the wardrobe card, and you're gonna get the subsets. Like you make out like a fucking bandit in Bianca's campaigns.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Bianca's campaigns are great, but the Vampirella one that they did with Dynamite was a just complete failure. Yes, April, do you have a question?
No, I'm going to shameless self-promote. If anybody's looking for Vampirella cards or any of the Dynamite stuff, I have original art sketch cards licensed and everything that like I sell. I have APs. So hit me up.
And listen, April's got some great ones.
Ridiculously cheap.
Listen, April's got some great ones, but guys, listen, I got to break it down for you. So you guys are going, oh, it's Dynamite. You get a chance at an original card. I can't believe you're bashing them for the Kickstarter. Oh, I got one word for you, folks. Go to eBay, type in Dynamite trading cards, and scroll through the 300 and whatever listings on there of the horrendous Vampirella original art cards that are on there. I'm like, some of these that were opened in these packs, it looked like I'm not trying to down anybody's art, but like they look like kindergarten art. And like
mine don't.
No, yours don't. That's what I'm saying. Buy them from April. I will look it up because, honest to God, I was looking at them last night, and that's when I was like, holy shit, these things are still expensive as hell. I'm like, and they have like gobs and gobs of them on here. Hold on, it's still in my search history because I couldn't sleep last night and I was looking at
Oh,
Vampirella
that's
stuff.
okay. But we can
That's
honestly
what
say
I do.
that Bianca screens all of her artists, and
Oh, yeah.
she's got at least, pretty awesome artists. Like
We cherry picked. We cherry picked this set. I reached out to people, like we brought in JT Malloy.
Oh yeah, your guys' art cards are always badass, and that's why I love backing it so much because it's absolutely phenomenal. I have so much fun with the campaign.
Well, Andrew Sanchez isn't really comfortable with color. Like but his stuff is so photorealistic. It's just like that graphite. It's gorgeous. And Bianca's like, okay, but you got to throw some color on there. And he did this like splash thing. It was just so good. Ruth Lucas, who could get any nicer? She's just a lovely person, and she's reliable and does beautiful work. Andy Bond, he's been doing sketch cards for quite a while. Michael Munshaw. There's some really great names on here that, I mean, you guys saw what some of these were, and they're just incredible.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So let's change gears a little bit. I don't want to bore everybody in the audience. I know we've been talking about Cosplay Craze for a little bit. Let's switch up gears and come back to it again. So I want to go back to Brandon since he's new to the stream here. We're gonna pick on him, and we're gonna ask you what was your inspiration for getting into comics?
I've kind of like always liked the comic media, like ever since I was little, like 7 years old, getting a shoebox of comics from a yard sale. I really like that. Had a bunch of 70s and 80s comics, and likely I made a poor choice later on because a few years later I sold all those at a yard sale I had for like less than $1 each. And then a few years after that, I don't remember what specific issue of Amazing Spider-Man it was, but there was an old Amazing Spider-Man issue that was a part of that I sold for super cheap. That later became like $100 issue. I was like, oh my gosh, I sold it for like less than $1. But that's kind of how I got into comics. With writing, I really, really got heavy into writing as like a major hobby for me, like right out of high school, back in like 2015. And from there, just I wrote mostly like horror scripts and stuff. It was short films and screenplays and stuff I would write, but eventually I did make a transition towards like superhero screenplays. Like ultimately, The Gallows Man was originally a screenplay, which I then edited and converted into a comic script like a year after I wrote the screenplay. And found an artist for that, Helen Bolton, and just have been working on that ever since, basically, as well as some horror comics and stuff.
All right, guys, prepare yourself. I found one. Like, this looks like a sex doll. I'm not. Like, if I would have got this from a $70 fucking pack on Kickstarter, I would be. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, literally, this looks like a blow-up now. Like,
April's were beautiful. April's were gorgeous, and she was like,
they were.
Like, April's were lovely.
All right, guys, prepare yourself. Are you ready for this next one? Like, what in the actual fuck, Dynamite?
They just went to a high school and said, "Hey, kids, can you draw?" Okay.
No, dude, they went to the elementary school.
Yeah.
Like they asked. Let's back it up. They went to Russ Explode Studios and said, "Hey, draw some fucking Vampirella cards," and they got some stick figure cards.
Yeah, they're like, we saw your Deadpool or Steph Pool game.
Yeah, we saw your Steph Pool drawings. Draw some Vampirella cards. We'll pay you $1 per card. And I'm just like, by the time I get to like my 15th card, I'm just drawing like stick figures with fangs and tits, And I was like, wait a minute, this is from the 60s and 70s. I give her a little stick figure bush, crank it open. Oh my god!
But because it's a nude card, it's worth even more. I mean, it's got the 70. I mean, that is a
one of a kind 70s Bush stick figure with tits
So,
and fangs, guys. So
you get
it
a
went for
picture
$1
that's
million.
based out
It's
of
fucking
UPI.
graded. It's graded a PSA 10. Like, it's out there, folks. It's in the Smithsonian. It's like, look at this fucking stick figure drawing. This is the best it's ever gonna get. This is worth more than a Vincent Van Gogh. And this dude didn't even cut off his ear. No, anyway, I digress. so Tiffany, what are you working on?
I am working on the Jizz Be Gone Cumbler.
I said we weren't
Trying
going to talk about Jizz Be Gone tonight. And
Okay, well then why did you ask me what I was doing?
Well, you
Because
could have
know
said,
what
"Well, I'm
doing.
working on the tumblers for the project." All right. Well, I apologize, folks.
You're supposed to go.
Do what?
You're like, it's Jizz Be Gone, but where is it supposed to go?
Somewhere.
Oh.
Have you considered that, or are you just like throwing it out into the streets? And if everybody's Jizz Be Goning, I mean, it's really just getting prejudicial at that point.
Yeah, well, we don't say where it
Hi,
goes.
Wendy.
See, when Stone shows up and explains to us the black hole that one of his glorious women of the universe is holding, that's where it all goes. So you can see all the white spots in the background as being sucked into the
Oh, the
vortex.
goddesses.
Yeah, the goddesses. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, the goddesses just suck it into their vortex, and it goes to a land where all the murdering people go, and so they just get jizz rained upon them. That's their punishment for life in the jizdium. I don't know. We're just making shit up as we go. It sounds good. It was hilarious because that was the only thing that we could think of when we were talking about this was the damn it. I looked up what the name of it was and I already forgot. I wish Thomas was here. 'Cause he was
It's
watching with you.
Envy.
Envy, yes, thank you. With Jack Black, where he
I
invents
was watching
Booby
it the other
Gone.
day. I was texting you.
Yeah, it was you that was watching it, not
Yeah.
Thomas. Thomas was telling me about another movie he was watching. So yeah, in Envy, Jack Black invents Poopy Gone and becomes like this multi-millionaire, and everybody asks, where does the poop go? And like at the end of the movie, they get sued because come to find out they're like poisoning everybody and shit. And so that's how this idea started. I'm like, fuck it, we're just gonna make Jizz Be Gone, and it was Stone's fault. And then it turned into a project, then it funded. So we sold 7 of the cumblers. So, oh my God, I wonder if that video is still on here. It's so funny.
Is that
What
my
video?
Tumblr?
What?
I don't know who she's working on.
Nita's right now.
I got one
that's
from my.
Nita's.
I got one from my boss. I got one of the Tumblrs from my boss. I told her she had to use it at work. So
You
Uh-huh,
can't
sure.
really see the colors in it, but it's rainbow.
You're gonna have a
You can't.
nice chat with HR.
Yeah, you can't really see the colors.
Oh, Jesus.
That'll
Yeah,
be the
I
day
don't
that you
know.
bring
She
in a whole
does
bunch of
see
donuts.
Okay. I apologize,
there we
folks. I
go.
said
There we go. Now you
I don't
can
know why,
see
but
it.
you're lagging out. Are you not on the 5G network? Or, I mean,
No,
the 2G?
I'm on the 2.
Well, it's lagging out really bad. At least on my end. I don't know if it is for everybody else. Maybe it's because we're on the
Yeah.
same network.
no, it's a little choppy.
I can go to the 5G if that would be better.
No, why don't you try going on your hotspot on your phone and try doing that and see if it clears up.
All
But
right, I'll
folks,
come
I
back in.
apologize. I posted that link on my computer, and for some reason it never posted. Here's the link for Cosplay Craze. Something happened. It glitched out and didn't send. Yeah, we'll come back to you, Tiffany. So, guys, let's talk about something. Let's switch gears again. Let's talk about something really fun, really cool. Guys, CatCat and fucking Piggygirl is live now on Kickstarter, tearing it up. It is something great. I want to tell you all about it. So, there's kids in hospitals and cancer centers nationwide that need your help. And why do they need your help? Well, because a lot of them are in the hospital by themselves. They don't have their parents. When we were in the hospital with our son with his first and his second open heart surgery, he had one at a week old and one at 2.5. We seen all these kids that nobody ever visited, and we were like, that's really strange. Why wouldn't somebody ever visit their kids? And come to find out, a lot of kids get sent from out of state to Cardinal Glennon because it's one of the top hospitals in the nation for certain procedures. And so people can send their kids from Washington, from California, from Maine, from Florida, from all over. And these parents have to maintain the bills. They got to keep a roof over their head and food on the plate for when their kid actually comes home. So sometimes these kids sit in the hospitals by themselves. And then You have that looks a lot better, Tiffany. So then you have the kids that can't have visitors because they're going through chemotherapy. They're immunocompromised. COVID's out there running rampant. You have these kids that are going through real serious procedures, some real serious situations, and they've got nobody there for them. Then steps in CB4K, comic books for kids. They send comics, coloring books, Pez dispensers, pop figurines, stuffed animals, all kinds of great stuff to hospitals and cancer centers nationwide. We now have hospitals in the UK that just started up 2 months ago, so I'm excited about that. From doing the auctions, reaching out, a lot of people came to me and was like, hey, when I was such and such age, I had a heart surgery, I had this, I wish this was around when I was a child, because this is really cool. This is really awesome. If I had this when I was a kid, this would have made a difference. So it's really great to hear the outcry from the parents that have kids now that had procedures when they were kids and this wasn't around, for them to come forward and say this would have been great. And that's kind of how the UK thing started. I had people reach out to me and said, I wish we had this in the UK. I said, hey, here's the man to talk to. And, 6 months down the road, they announced that the UK opened up. There's over 200 hospitals now. Last year we were at like 100. And last year, with COVID running rampant, it doubled with the hospitals that reached out. They found out about the program. So Mark's just sending books all over the country every day. 250 books to this hospital, and it adds up. So I've been doing the charity auctions for going on a year. We've raised a ton of money for the kids, which has been awesome. But, Kerry had an idea. Let's do something different. Let's write a comic book and let's, sell it and then give the proceeds to the CB4K. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I wrote a book and I sat on it for a little while. And I was like, it'd be even better. How about we just sell the copies and then we take the money and we run an overrun and send the books, because this book's going to be geared towards children with disabilities that are in the hospital. It's going to be more pertinent to them than just reading a Looney Tunes or Walt Disney book. Well, then that grew into, let's put it on Kickstarter, because it's going to be advertised to the whole world. Yeah, I'm going to lose 10% of the money, which was something why I didn't want to run it on Kickstarter. But the 10% is worth it, because now more people are going to know about CB4K, what it is, what it does. They're going to go and check out the website. And it's sitting right now at 358% funded. All of the profits from this project are going towards hospitals and cancer centers. I'm overrunning the book. I'm keeping nothing out of this. Everybody that's been a part of this project, Chuck Pino, Steph and Carrie Ann, April, Grady Reyna,
It's just
CB
April
Zane.
Reyna, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. You changed it to April Reyna. I'm just so used to saying April Grady Reyna. So April Reyna with Reyna Art. And then Ronnie Fike and producer B with Hazzum Studios were all kind enough to donate their time, their work, to do illustrations, covers, the lettering, the editing. I just wrote the story. And, it's awesome. It's a beautiful story. I got some art to show everybody tonight. We kind of teased this off last night. The art is almost complete for the book. Let me scroll down here.
But can you tell us about what is the story about?
Well, I absolutely can tell you what the story is about. So the story is about two kids, Roderick and Adriana, which is my two kids. And Roderick has a heart condition. So one of the things that Roderick is super duper protective of is CatCat, which you see right there. And so this is kind of how the story started. So I'm going to show this art off real quick and then I'll get to the story, because I can no longer multitask in my current state. I'm really bad at it. I'll just screw it all up. So right here is really cool. You got Roderick fighting with the Ninja Turtles. He loves the Ninja Turtles. And then in this scene, you can see the toy box. Rodney threw the toy box that I built by hand for Roderick right here. So we have about 70% of the art done. So by the time the Kickstarter is finished, the art will be done. It'll be at the letterer. By the time we get funds, the lettering will be done. And this bad boy is ready to go off the print. So we got some beautiful art in there. So what is CatCat and Piggygirl about? Well, folks, CatCat and Piggygirl was born because I couldn't figure out what to do. Kerry said, Russell, write a story. Let's make it for CB4K. And I was like, oh, that's great. And then I was like, okay, everything I come up with sounds stupid. Laying in bed one night, I jump up and I said, I got it, hon. And she's like, you got what? COVID? What the hell do you have? And I'm like, no, I've got an idea. I'm like, what is the one thing Roderick and Adriana always take to the hospital when they go? It's their stuffed animal, CatCat and Piggy. CatCat, I got Roderick when he was 11 months old. We went to Purina Farms, and it became his favorite stuffed animal. It was just a stuffed cat. But at that time, Roderick doubled his words. It was one of the side effects of him having the heart surgery. It messed his speech up. And so his second open heart surgery, his speech was terrible. He couldn't even talk anymore. We had to reteach him again. So when Adriana was a month old, which was the following year, we took her to Purina Farms, and she picked out the pig. So that's where CatCat and Piggy came from. So I was like, what's the one thing the kids always take to the hospital? It's their cat and their pig. What is one thing most kids are going to take to the hospital? Their stuffed animal. Even as adults, some of us still have our stuffed animal we had as kids. That's how important these things are to us. So what if I wrote a story that CatCat and Piggy had superpowers and gave them to Roderick and Adriana through some means, or somehow the transfer of power occurred, and they became CatCat and Piggygirl. And she's like, well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So it was like straight to the drawing board. I started writing this story, and this is what it's about, folks. You've got an open heart surgery, a Zipper Club heart warrior who is with his sister. They're spending time together. They're fighting. They're building a fort in their room. They go to sleep at night, and they hear this loud crash, and they discover that CatCat and Piggy are alive. And through some unfortunate or possibly fortunate events, a transfer of power occurs, and they become CatCat and Piggygirl. But the next morning, they wake up, and they're like, man, that was just a dream. Maybe we were dreaming about that. And I, Dad, go and get them breakfast at the table. And I say, how about we go to the park today, kids? So my wife and I take the kids to the park, and they encounter a bully. And so it all starts from there on whether or not CatCat and Piggygirl are a true occurrence or if it was just a dream. And it's a great story. Not only does it contain the fact that it's going to teach kids with disabilities, with sicknesses, with cancer, that even though they're different, even though they have disabilities, you can still be a superhero, no matter what anybody says. Because you know what? Roderick gets bullied the shit out of at school, and it really irritates him because he's been through more pain than most kids or parents or people will ever go through in an entire lifetime in just a week old. And he doesn't deserve to be made fun of. So my goal with this was to teach kids that no matter what anybody says, you can be special. You are special. And to also teach other kids that read it, if they don't have disabilities or they don't have a sickness, that, you know what, just because they're different from you, they are special too. Let's treat them the same. And the other thing that I'm doing with this, folks, is I'm creating CatCat and Piggygirl. I'm creating a page where kids can go and post pictures of themselves with their stuffed animal. And this is going to get them excited because they're going to be entered to win the chance to be a sidekick in issue 2. And this will continue throughout the duration of the series. Every year, I'm going to pump out a new issue. We're going to raise this bad boy on Kickstarter. We're going to raise as much money as we can. We're going to send it off to the hospitals. And one lucky child is going to get their own set of copies to hand out to all their friends, and a special graded copy that they can keep for the rest of their life, and their own special ungraded copy, of course, so they can read it. And make them feel special. And I mean, imagine hearing that as a kid, like you're going to get the chance to be in your own comic book as a sidekick. That is something that's amazing. So these kids are going to love it. And the third thing that's going to be great about this community is these kids are going to be able to talk to each other. So you're going to have Timmy that's going in for a procedure for the first time, but you got Jack over here who's had it done 13 times. And Timmy gets on there and is like, I'm really worried. This is my first time. Here's me with my stuffed animal. And then Jack gets on there and says, hey, man, I've had this done 13 times. Don't stress it. Everything's going to be okay. Here's what you can expect. And it's a great thing because as a parent, we can't really talk on the same level as our child. It's just like, oh, things are going to be okay. And they're freaking out. But to have another child, on the same level as you come to you and say, it's going to be all right. I've had this done. They speak on the same level. I'm super excited about this. Like, this thing has grown from, hey, let's raise some money for CB4K to we're really going to make an impact in these kids' lives. We're going to give them escapism. We're going to inspire them to go on their own adventures with their own stuffed animal, maybe write their own comic. They're going to maybe possibly be a permanent comic reader. They may become a creator one day because of this comic. They may see this comic book, get into comics, and become an artist or a comic book writer. And last but not least, the biggest thing of all of this is showing kids care, giving them hope, and teaching them to pay it forward. Because, kids these days, they're on their phones. They only care about themselves. I'm not trying to be ignorant. It's just a sad reality of some of the ways that our society has gone. And I want them to learn compassion for other people besides themselves. And I want them, hopefully, one day to take up the mantle, because I'm not going to be here forever. Mark's not going to be here forever. If we don't inspire children at a young age, that 20 years from now they pull out CatCat and Piggygirl 1 through 6 and they go, wow, I remember this charity and what this did for me. Does this still exist? And they go and look, and it's like CB4K is looking for people to help out because it's dying out. And then this kid goes and says, that's an adult now, goes and says, hey, I want to take up the mantle. I want to help this charity succeed because I benefited from it as a kid. And they're going to pay it forward by keeping the charity going. So, guys, I want to get this to at least 5K. That's my goal. I know we're at 358%, but if we hit 5K, I'm willing. I'm going to eat the toe of Satan. This thing's 10 times hotter than the one chip challenge that I did, where I lasted an hour and 12 minutes. We raised $380 for comic books for kids with the one chip challenge. Now I'm putting it out there at $5,000. I'm going to eat the toe of Satan. It's a sucker. It's super freaking hot. And I'm also have already talked to Mark, the owner creator of CB4K, and he is really down with this. I'm going to hand deliver the books. I'm going to fill the bed of my truck up with the 4,000 or 5,000 copies we're able to make off of the profit of this Kickstarter. And I'm going to take them up to Mark. We are going to do a live interview on the way up there with me. You can ask me whatever about whatever. We're just going to hang out and chat. And then we're going to get to see the books be handed off to Mark, do a live tour of the CB4K headquarters, see where the magic happens, see all the boxes that they're preparing to ship out to these hospitals, so you guys can see that what truly goes on, how much this matters to these kids. Like when I sit here and I preach about how much this matters, you guys truly don't understand the gravity. I see it. You know, when my child has open heart surgery after 12 hours and he's in so much pain, we can't console him, and the nurse walks in with a 99-cent Spider-Man Hot Wheel, and all of a sudden he's playing with the car and forgets that he even had surgery. That's the power of a 99-cent toy. Imagine what 5,000 books is going to do.
Yeah.
You may help a parent see their child smile for the last time. That is the grave severity of the situation. Some of these kids never get to go home. So think about that. You throwing $5 at this Kickstarter, you throwing $1, you throwing $10. That's potentially going to give a parent the chance to see their child smile for the last time before they pass. And that is worth more than anything in this world. So I'll get off my soapbox of talking about it because I get way too carried away because I'm super passionate about this, guys. I love this. This means the world to me. And I can't wait to deliver these books. I really want to. We're going to get to do that live tour, and we're going to do the first ever live interview with Mark. I've been trying to get this guy on for 2 years. He's so busy shipping stuff out, taking in orders from IDW and Dark Horse and Boom Studios and Pop and Pez. These are all sponsors of CB4K. It is a 501c IRS recognized nonprofit charity. We keep nothing. You know, we're going to do the first time interview, and he's totally cool with this. So I'm super excited, guys. So please share it out, back it, tell your friends to back it. If we get 100 people to back it for $500 or $5, that's $500. That's a shit ton of books going to the kids. So, like I said, I'll get on my soapbox. I apologize, but guys, this means more than anything to me. So please help out if you can.
And there's more than just the books on there too. So they can buy the books, and there's also like art pieces and other stuff Russ has thrown up there from the auctions that he had.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to throw some new stuff up on there. I think I'm going to throw this on there tonight. We've got the Grimm Fairy Tales. I'm going to put this in the add-ons for $50. You can get this Grimm Fairy Tales art book, Volume 2. This was donated by Trudy Vanderpool. And this has a bunch of cover art in it. Hold on, if I can get my hands to work properly. This has a bunch of cover art. So you get the colored version of the art. You get kind of the grayed out with sayings and stuff in it. Guys, these covers are spectacular. They're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, we can show these. So I got to make sure some of them are a little inappropriate. But this is going to be available in the add-ons. I'm going to throw up some of Wendy's original art that she sent me. This stuff is going to go up in the add-ons. Not this one. This one's mine. I bought these from the last auction. If I can get them to go together right. So this is one of the paintings that Wendy sent me. I bought these on the last auction. I took pictures of them last night, and like I said,
Are they the Doctor Who ones?
yes, they're all the Doctor Who ones. Hold on, let me go grab them.
Oh, I might have to go buy them all now.
Well, you know what, Smithers? If you want all of them, I will just put the set of them on there, and you can just claim them all. How about that?
So I bought the last one that I bought from you. I bought from my nephew, and
Yeah.
he put it up in his apartment while his roommates were gone on spring break, and they loved it. And now he wants me to buy them all for him, so he can just randomly put them up in his apartment.
Well, I took pictures of them last night, and yeah, lack of sleep has destroyed my brain. What the heck did I do with them?
Well, we were busy all day today too.
Yeah,
that
so
doesn't
my
help
boss's
you
wife
today.
passed away, unfortunately, a week and a half ago. She had cancer, and so my boss had his funeral today, and it was only right that I go to his funeral today, which I'm glad I did because I was one of the only ones that went. Oh, here they are. I found them. And so I wanted to be there to support him because it's the right thing to do. And so we had that funeral today. Apologies, I'm back, guys. And so we were running around doing that, and then we went to the luncheon to spend time with them. So here's the one. You got the the TARDIS. Don't even say it. Don't even say it, Smithers.
It's not.
Don't
It's not
even.
Target. It's not Targus. It's.
Hey Grant, what's going on? Hey Megan. So then you've got the duck with the TARDIS.
Oh.
And then you've got the Harley. Hold on.
Where's the TARDIS
And
on
then-
that one?
It's
Would
hidden.
you like to know?
Harley. And then you've got this one. So Smithers, if you want the 3 TARDIS ones, or if you want all 4 of them, just let me know. I'll add it on there now, and you can go snipe them. So
All right.
just message me, and we'll chat it out. So I'm gonna turn the attention off of me. I've spoken long enough. Let's go back to Michael Gonzalez. Who dat?
Who dat?
Who dat? It's hot. You might puke. What are you talking about, Megan? Crackhead. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about yourself. And, I know we talked about GunEngine Zero a little bit earlier, but I want to go back to your project and kind of chat about what Neotheric is about and what 6.8 is about.
Neotheric is basically what it is that it's anthropomorphic dinosaurs that return to modern day Earth and all the havoc that it causes. Because in this story, dinosaurs did not go extinct. They were actually they're used by aliens as biological terraformers. So they go from planet to planet, terraforming these planets. And then, so millions of years pass, and the dinosaurs have evolved. They're not as big as they used to be, and they have like special abilities, and they can speak English. And some of them decide that they want to live free. They don't want to be slaves anymore to these aliens. So they escape, and they go and they escape from the aliens, and they go back to a former homeworld, and that turns out to be Earth, modern day Earth. And so they just want to be free, but everybody else, the aliens that they were working for, there's a god that the aliens work for, and then the people on Earth, they all want to basically contain the dinosaurs and make things go back to the status quo. So it's meant to be an ongoing series, and the graphic novel contains the first 4 issues, and so hopefully one day I'd be able to keep going with it, but for right now, that's just what I got. And that's it. And I only printed about 100 copies of the graphic novel. The original, each individual issue was only published digitally, And then I just took some of my own money and I did a short print run of the graphic novel that has all the issues together. And the first 4 issues is basically like the first 12 hours after the dinosaurs land on Earth and what happens when they send like the National Guard out, and then the aliens send this cosmic being out to catch to actually kill the dinosaurs and all this kind of stuff. So it's for adults. It's basically just like no holds barred sort of thing that I wanted to do. Where since I'm self-publishing it, I'm just going to do whatever I think is funny or interesting or crazy, and so it's just basically a wild ride, and it's pretty much like an absurd comedy first and foremost, but there's action and in there, there's some humor in there, sci-fi and all kinds of stuff. So it's just like anything goes sort of book. It's like if you like stuff like Deadpool or Lobo, that might kind of be the book that you might like.
And come on, folks, there's nothing better than a dinosaur with a chainsaw. It's alligator versus the Evil Dead instead of Ash.
Mhm.
And then I wanted to too, before you talk about 6-8. So here is Agents of which is the book that his daughter did. This is book 1. And then there's the Pokemon style card that was done right there. And here, we'll show off the insides of that real quick. So this is the add-on that is available on the project that is up right now, GunEngine Zero. So you can get 1 through 3. And each issue, they are going after a special item. And in each issue, that special item is said Pokemon style card. So here is the Flower of Power. This is the artifact. Thank you. That my brain finally caught on to what I was trying to say. There's artifacts in each one, and this is the artifact in book 1 that the evildoers are after. So the agents have to make sure that the bad people don't get a hold of that. So it's a really fun book. She did all the art in here, and I think this is a great thing. So if you guys back this project, please think about picking up the tier of 1 through 3 of this. Again, Michael is matching that. Each set of these bought will go towards CB4K for them to send to hospitals and cancer centers nationwide. And if you don't want your 1 through 3 that you bought, you can donate and say, Michael, send my book with the matched copy. So you'll be sending 2 copies to CB4K. And they don't break the bank either. You can buy 10 of them and just give up coffee for a week or something. You'll make it at home instead of going to Starbucks. And you can make a difference in a child's life. I know.
Those are blasphemy to April. Careful there.
You know
No,
what?
actually,
I recognize that yes, those are fine words, but I've already donated the art and I've donated my time in order to help the campaign. So if somebody else needs to get rid of their coffee habit for a week, that is fine.
Well, listen. This is a true story, folks. I have a chat with April that was like, I really want this piece of art. She got it for the hubby. And she's like, I'm going to have to give my Starbucks up for a week. So you let Dre know that I had to give my Starbucks up for this. So I legitimately messaged Andre. I was like, April said she really loves this piece and that you better feel special because she gave up her Starbucks in order, because you bought it from the auctions like way back whenever I started the auctions. I think you got it for Father's Day.
That was that Polka Dot Man piece, right?
No, that was the
the brain guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I can't think of his name either, but yes, that's the piece that it was. And I
From
just lost
Suicide
something.
Squad.
Yeah, the Peter Capaldi character. Yeah. It was like birthday anniversary time frame because it's like right there in the middle. So yeah, no, it was a wonderful painting. We were lucky to get it. But,
Michael, let's move on to the next book and talk about this fine piece right here.
Sure. Yeah. So 6-8 is a supernatural horror comic. Originally, it was just intended to be a one-shot book, just sort of like a calling card thing. This was the first comic I wrote in this sort of second stage of my trying to get into the comic book world back in like 2013. So it's pretty much a self-contained story, but I have also developed it into future chapters. So it's another thing that I would like to continue to do. But right now it's basically on hold until we kind of get the other things out of the way. Yeah, so it's kind of like The Crow meets Twin Peaks. It's like Vengeance from Beyond the Grave, like with The Crow, but it's from Twin Peaks. It's really about the atmosphere and the feeling and creating a mood. So it's a simple story about a guy who's attacked by some muggers on the street, and then they say they're going to go to his house to get to try to break in and try to get some money or whatever, and he's like lying dead in an alleyway. He's like praying like some way to stop them, and then someone answers his prayer, and then we go into this. So it starts off as a basically sort of like like a gritty sort of a crime thing, and then it turns into a supernatural sort of thing. And Book of Legend. So Book of Legend is it's an anthology of a bunch of short stories I did with that's the backerboard thing that I do with I did that with Book of Legend. I'll also be doing that with GunEngine Zero. Is like I put some special artwork and like some Easter eggs, some behind the scenes sort of info on it, and print it directly on the backerboard. It's just like a extra little thing. I think that it's kind of a neat little thing that I haven't seen other people do, but I think it adds just a little bit of collectability to it. I use blue tape. I don't use regular tape.
Hold on, folks. Hold on, Michael. Thank you for not using Scotch tape.
Yeah.
You are one of the only creators that uses painter tape. And so for hashtag Kickstarter tip, guys, think about starting to use blue painter's tape. And you're going to ask me why. Who would want this ugly ass blue painter's tape on their book? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Scotch tape, I don't know how many covers I have messed up because I've accidentally, I usually take this and I fold it over and I tape it to the, flip the tape over and tape it down like so. And I have had it where I had a $50 cover. As I was pulling it out, the tape released itself, stuck to the cover, and there was no salvaging it. It was like it stuck down to it like a suction cup, and it pulled the ink off. And I'm like, yeah, I let out a few explicit words. So thank you for using blue painter's tape. It's too expensive. Get the fuck out of here, Lewis. So think about using blue painter's tape. It's actually not that bad compared to regular Scotch tape, and its reusability is better. And if it accidentally flips over on the cover, it doesn't take ink off. Like, I've never had it take ink off. I've actually started pulling the Scotch tape off and replacing it with painter's tape because it's a great idea. So just that's a Kickstarter tip. You guys don't have to do it, but I love the idea, and I'm happy that you do that, Michael. That is a great thing.
The other thing you may have noticed, I ship all my books in Mylar bags.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and he's not playing around either. Like this thing, it's Mylar.
One better. I ship all mine in top loaders.
Yeah, and that's no joke. And literally, I got one of April's in the top loader, and the top loader exploded. And thank God the art was okay. It was when he sent me the original art for the CB4K t-shirt, which quick hashtag always promote. If you would like to get a CB4K t-shirt, please visit XenonaniteTitan.com. If you don't know how the hell to spell or pronounce that word, go to the top of this page at Russ Explode Studios and click on the link to my website. And there you will find CB4K t-shirts with art from April Reyna, Wendy Steen Shaner, Rodney Fike, and you will find that super sweet ass Mark CB4K Power Cell t-shirts, really cool. But yeah, it's the Mark CB4K. Oh yeah, you got that one, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that one's awesome. So apologies, I don't mean to interrupt, but yeah, he ships in Mylar bags. But yeah, that was when April sent me the original art for, and I was like, oh my god, because when I opened the Gemini up, there was just like plastic everywhere, and it saved it. Damn mailman.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. It was everywhere. So continue,
That's what
Michael. I
you got the Disney
apologize.
gone for.
Da-dum.
Yeah. So Book of Legend is short stories, 9 short stories. This is kind of like basically sort of exercise I was doing, trying to create short stories, see if I could write short stories. And it started off as when I found out about 2000 AD, they have a thing called Future Shocks that a lot of the big names started with, like Alan Moore, Mark Millar, all these guys. So I wanted to try that too. So I wrote a bunch of short stories, and originally they were all just black and white. I just put them on Comixology. And then one day a guy on Twitter contacted me. He goes by the name of Ace Wheelie. He said he would be interested in coloring them. And so he did me a pretty good deal. He colored almost all of them for a really good price for me. So I was able to get them all colored. And then we did a Kickstarter last year to do to fund printing them. So we printed a small print run for them.
So yeah, guys, please check out, like I said before, GunEngine Zero. It is live on Kickstarter. That's GunEngine, all one word together. Zero is a separate word, or you can click the link in the comments above. Who did we lose this time?
Cara.
Oh, we lost Cara. She's back. I apologize, Cara. I was in solo mode and didn't see you drop out. And so please go check out that project. Again, that's GunEngine, one word, Zero on Kickstarter. You can click that link. I'm going to copy and paste it back in here in just a second.
Sure.
Once I figure out how to get this book back in here, since I can't multitask, obviously. So, and
yeah,
like
all those
Neo
books
Theory,
are available there on the campaign as add-ons.
yeah, so you can get 6-8. You can get this horror book right here. You can get Book of Legend, which is the anthology book of the short stories. You can get Agents of 1 through 3, and with matches to CB4K, and you can get Neotheric, and you can get GunEngine Zero. And I grabbed all these books, and I didn't get the freaking ash can for GunEngine Zero. I must have dropped it. I was in the comic closet hiding while you were talking. That's why I was like, start talking about all these books and give me like 5 minutes to dig these out. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to give you like 18 things to go over, so like I know I have enough time to go in my comic closet and get back out. So, Cara, we're going to come back to you. What do you got coming up down the pipeline once you get done fulfilling Unstable Frequencies and the Black Cat Requiem
Ask the
and the
question.
cosplay? So what do you got coming out down the pipeline after you get done fulfilling
Okay.
Unstable Frequencies and the cosplay craze?
So Cosplay Craze is actually Bianca's campaign, but we're, like it's about me. That is going to be fulfilled this summer after we have all the cards back and everything. Unstable Frequencies Requiem is all being done right now. It's going to the printers. All those little tiny touch-ups, extra little things are getting trickling in and whatnot. But Fire Bitch 3 launches on May 18th, which is also my birthday. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! It's Saturday. Yay! So we're going to be going live for Fire Bitch 3 on May 18th in the evening around like 5 my time. I always get confused like when it is because we're in that time zone place. But sign up for our everything. Sign up for our email list and follow us online and find us that way and know when that happens. And I'll let you know for sure what time we are launching on May 18th for Fire Bitch issue 3.
Fire Bitch 3, 100K. And you also have a wish list up, too, for your birthday. I believe that went out in the last mail.
Okay, so I had a wish list, and I keep getting asked about a wish list. And I'm like, yeah, I have a wish list. And then I allow my wish list to be editable. So what that means is that people can go and add stuff that they want me to have. Well, unfortunately, what that does is people get their stuff mixed in with my stuff, and I end up with some weird stuff. Like people keep adding their own stuff to my wish list, so I ended up with like a bunch of coin, like collector covers, and because it was on my wish list, so but somebody thought I wanted it, and it was like I didn't add that. It was just weird. And then at some point, somebody went in and wiped my wish list gone. Just removed everything, just gone. So then I had to go back and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I need to put some stuff on here that I want. What do I want? I had to think about that. It was real weird, you know?
That's hilarious. I don't know. I was just laughing when I went through there because you put that up there. I knew it was just like a joke thing. Like you weren't really like, I want everybody go and buy me stuff because that's not
people
you.
ask me all the time. It's not me, but people really do ask me all the time, and it's, you know.
No, go ahead, keep talking. I'm just showing this off because I had to go dig it out.
It's kind of like, oh, I don't know, you know, what to do with that. So yeah, tell us what you're looking at.
Oh, this is just the GunEngine Zero special preview ash can. I just wanted to show it off real quick because this is for the project that he's got up right now, and I had to go dig it out.
I like how she turned that back around on you. Like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I was like, no, go ahead. We're just showing off the art for the special ash can.
To you talk, you're just so passionate about everything you do, and you just love it all so much, and I just enjoy listening to you talk about it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And here I am. I'm promising I'm going to put these links in here, and I'm slacking. See, I need a producer. Tiffaney, you're hired. Let's see. So here's the link for GunEngine Zero. You're going to start producing.
That worked out the last time I was supposed to help.
Yeah, I know. So last time
I ended up having to go to the emergency room with him.
Yes. So I'm like, so this is actually a really funny story. So here's GunEngine Zero. I'm going to pop that Cosplay Craze link back in there. So I'm like, hey, tonight we're going to try something new. Like, you know, Rodney has a producer and it seems to work really well. So how about you produce for me tonight? And you put up the comments and stuff so I can concentrate on what I'm doing because I'm not very good at multitasking anymore. Because being in pain sucks ass. And so, like, I really struggle sometimes trying to do two things at once. And so let's see how it works out. So she's like, yeah, show me how to do that. So I set her up on StreamYard. I sign her in. And I get everything ready for her. And there goes Smithers again. I get everything ready for her. And, like, literally, we're in the backstage. I'm talking to Rodney. And it was the night that we did the Kickstarter video. So I brought everybody in. That was the night you were on, April. I brought everybody in. I said, hey, for 15 minutes, we're going to talk about you, your part in the project, why CB4K is passionate, something you're passionate about. And we're going to be on 15 minutes. I'm kicking you out. Well, we were going to try that for that show. 5 minutes. Rodney and I are chatting, and Tiffany's like, how do I do this? How do I do that? So I hit this. I'm messaging her, and all of a sudden she's like, you're on your own. I got to go. I got to take Adriana to the hospital. So early in the day, she fell and she smoked her head, and she bruised it. And she said, I'm fine. I don't feel weird. We checked her eyes with the flashlight like you do. You see her eyes dilate, and her eyes were dilating. Well, like 5 minutes before I go live, she starts like projectile vomiting all over the house, which is not a good sign. It usually means there's a concussion. So she's like, I'm taking Adriana to the hospital. Roderick's in bed. You're on your own. And so I'm like, shit. I'm like, well, at least sign. So she didn't even sign out of the iPad. The whole time that I'm live, hers is live upstairs streaming on the Wi-Fi while I'm down here trying to stream, and it's like lagging out on my end. I don't know how we made it through that stream. It was so funny because I was like, next time when that happens, if we try that again, like, please make sure you log off of your. Because she comes home and she still hears me talking, and she's like, what? How is he up here? She's like, oh shit, I left the iPad on. It was so funny. Like, it wasn't funny she had to take Adriana to the hospital, but it was still funny. Like this, oh my gosh, the things that happen. So, folks, I'm popping all of these links in here. We got GunEngine Zero. Everyone on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch has that. We've got the Gallows Man on all three streams. We're going to pop in that Cosplay Craze again with Cara, Nicole, and Bianca. It's an awesome project. We're gonna do cosplay praise, and I'm actually gonna put the CatCat and Piggygirl link in there since I noticed that I haven't put it in here the entirety of the show because that's how horrible my brain is lately. But I see that we had a few people back during the stream, so thank you very much to those people who have backed. I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And you guys, well, something I didn't talk about earlier, one of the biggest things about this campaign that's special to me is I'm keeping out 100, uh, maybe 200 copies, depending on how many we're able to print. I'll either do 50 to each or 100 to each. But we have two hospitals here in St. Louis. We have St. Louis Children's Hospital, and we have Cardinal Glennon Hospital, which is where Roderick has his open heart surgeries at. And I'm going to go there and see if one, they will let me hand them out to the kids, and two, if they'll let me video some of those children receiving the books so you guys can see firsthand what a difference it makes in their life, and to see your hard-earned money giving those smiles, that's something that I want to share with everyone. So I'm really hopeful that they'll let me do it. But
you're gonna need to have like a video release.
Yeah, I know.
Have people sign.
You know what? I know. I've been looking into it, and it's going to be worth all of the struggle and the hassle that I'm going to have to do it. Even if I just take a picture of the kids, or if the parents are like, take a picture and they want to send it to me, whatever. If I got to gown up and mask up, I don't care. I'm going to try to find a superhero costume that fits the fat dad bod. So I can go in there all sexy style. Spider-Man's going to have a beer belly. I'm going to be like the Thor from Avengers Endgame. So I'm going to roll up in there, and I'm really hopeful they're going to let me hand out the books, because that means more to me than anything is to be able to share that joy with all of you, everybody that's donated to the project, to see those kids benefit from that. Because the thing is I never realized how big of a deal this stuff is, children, until I wrote this, Zenonite Titan. I sold a copy to one of my coworkers, and he took it home and gave it to his kid. His kid read it in 2 days and told his dad, he's like, holy crap, that book was awesome. Where's the next one? So his dad comes to work the next day and says, hey, Russ, you got the second book that I can buy my son's one? I'm like, dude, I haven't even released the second book yet. I'm like, I just sold that to you 2 days ago. And he's like, yeah, my son read it already. He said it's badass. He really loved it. And he wants to know if he can come to work and meet you. And I was like, what? He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, Dad, I've never met a famous author before. And I kind of laughed, because I'm like, nobody understands the innocence of kids. So just imagine, I roll up at Cardinal Glennon, I walk in the room, and I'm like, hey, I wrote this book. I want to give it to you. Would you like me to sign it for you? And like, I'm a nobody, but to these kids, I'm a comic creator. I'm a celebrity. I'm giving them something that's signed with me. And to them, that's like they just won $1 million on the Powerball. And so I really want to be able to create that joy and give that kind of love to the kids, like the people that came around and walked in and gave my child stuff. When he was in at Thanksgiving, they came in, they gave him coloring books, they gave him comic books, they gave him book books. He had stuffed animals. Listen, we pack light when we go to the hospital, because we stay at Ronald McDonald House across the street, because we live an hour away. And like literally, like we've had Roger D stat in the middle of the night and like almost die. And so to be an hour away and to get a phone call, hey, your son's daddy, and then you're an hour away, even if you do 100 miles, you're not going to make it there in time. So thankfully, there's the Ronald McDonald House. They allow us to stay. It's right across the street from the hospital. Literally, we get a phone call. We can be at the hospital in 5 minutes, up in the room. And so, we pack light, because we just pack everything we need for him, everything we need for us to stay there in the room. And when we come home, like, Roderick's sitting in the back seat of the car, and there's just a mountain of stuff. It's like, these cars and some stuffed animals, and, just and blankets and stuff that the hospital gave them. And, it's just a beautiful thing. It really is. It's a great thing. So, Michael, everybody that has donated stuff, April, all of the sponsors of CB4K, Wrestle Pro Studios, CB4K, charity auctions. Thank you, everybody, for everything you do. I think we're going to wrap it up and call it a night. Once again, I'm going to go through. I'm going to let everybody give their elevator pitches. I appreciate you guys being on tonight. We've got all the links in here, folks. We got GunEngine Zero, the Gallows Man, Cosplay, Craze, CatCat, and Piggy Girl. So with we're gonna start with Brandon here. Brandon, since you're the newbie, you get to go first. Give us where we can find you and the elevator pitch for the Gallows Man.
Okay, yeah. So you can find the stuff I'm working on at basically Facebook and Instagram. Dismay Comics. You can look it up on Facebook or Instagram. Give a follow. See the different projects I'm working on. Working on the Gallows Man currently, and future books, as well as like some horror anthology stuff eventually. But yeah, so the Gallows Man. Back this project. Back all of these projects. You might have noticed. If anyone noticed me like look down at my phone or something at any point, it wasn't me ignoring anyone. I was literally like, every time I heard one of these guys talking, I was like on the Kickstarter. Like, they are way better at like giving you a reason, a pitch to back those Kickstarters. Those were amazing. So I wasn't ignoring anyone. I was just I was the fan hearing all of you guys like pitch y'all stuff, so it was awesome. But yeah, with the Gallows Man Kickstarter, it's for issues 1 and 2. It's a over the top campy world. You have the Gallows Man, who is this superhero in the 1940s, and he has this team. They're trying to take out this Nazi threat that's infiltrated their little city. They got to take this out to save the city, but also avenge the death of the Gallows Man's former mentor. Like I mentioned before, the tone with this is very much 1960s Batman, Adam West, like the fun campiness of that, mixed in with some Tarantino movie violence. That's what you get with the Gallows Man. You get a lot of, it's a thick book. This is just issue 1. I think this is the covers of both variant covers. With issue 1, 49 pages of story, not including a bunch of bonus extra stuff within it. Issue 2, 49 pages of story. And there's reward tiers for any budget with this Kickstarter, ranging from $1 to $70. All of it helps. You can get both copies, almost 100 pages of just story, for just $8 digitally. Physically starts at $10 and goes up. There's also retailer bundles, as well as like some collector type stuff. But yeah, be sure to check out this one. Check out all of these Kickstarters, because again, I am a fan of all this stuff after hearing it.
And by collector's issues, folks, he means you can get a one-of-a-kind, limited to 10 metal cover of the Gallows Man, signed in a number 1 as well as number 2, and that's what he means by some higher up tiers. So just you gotta emphasize that, bro. You gotta be like, hey, dude, I got a metal cover book on here that will come signed. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm not giving you shit. Actually, I'm giving you shit. That's what I do to everybody that comes on here, because we love to have fun. So, let's see. Let's go to Michael next. Let's talk about, give us your pitch and where everybody can find you.
All right. Thanks, Russell. And thanks, Brandon. The best place to find me is my website is rainyroadmedia.com. From there, it's like a hub. So from there, you can find me on Instagram, on Facebook. I also do a Substack newsletter that I put out every couple of weeks, where I talk about projects I'm working on now, old projects coming up later. I got like exclusive, sneak peeks at some artwork and stuff that I don't show anywhere else. So the main thing right now is GunEngine Zero. Again, this is meant to be a series, 7-issue miniseries. We're doing the very first issue right now, and this Kickstarter is it's really not just for this one issue. It's really a launch pad for everything else that I want to do in the future, not just this series itself, but other things as well. Again, and so it's a classic sci-fi superhero tale that's very character driven. So you're really going to get to know the characters in this, and I hope that it's going to be people are really gonna enjoy it. For it's a wild ride, and it'll be a really fun time for people. And I hope that people consider taking a look at it and backing it. Or if you want just a book, it's $12. Everything there is shipping included. So whatever prices you see is shipping included, and it's just $12 just for a book. I mean, we've got lots of add-ons. So if you want to get the book and you want to add on things like the Agents of book, I would definitely recommend people at least for that thing to help with CB4K. I really believe in this charity as well. I think it's a great charity, and especially for all of us that are really into the whole comic book world, I think it's a perfect charity. And everything that Russell said, is just spot on. I think it's a great thing for kids to actually, it helps them and take their minds off of things. And so I really I've been supporting this charity, since last year too. We've been doing this, so I want to keep doing this now and all into the future.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you taking up the mantle as well to help out CB4K. So, Miss Cara, please tell us about where people can find you, and just FYI, folks, as well, you can find the website Unstable Frequencies 183 Degree Studio up above, as well as links to their Patreon. So please go support those as well. Cara had mentioned those earlier, so I wanted to throw that out there. Those options are available, and the links are in the description, because 183 Degree Studio is a sponsor of Rush Explode Studios. So take it away, Cara.
Okay, so you can find me as AZ Power Girl everywhere. The letters AZ Power Girl. You can find me there on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube is the AZ Power Girl, Facebook. You can find me at 183 Degree Studio. You can find me on Kickstarter under Cara Nicole, and you can type in cosplay on Kickstarter and maybe find some of my other campaigns as well as Indiegogo. We have 6 days left on Cosplay Craze, and these packs are limited, so get them while you can. And stay tuned for Fire Bitch issue 3, launching on May 18th.
Yeah, launching on Cara's birthday, so you better back it for her birthday, or she's gonna find you. She'll hunt you down. It's my birthday. Oh, you know what you ought to do? I got it. I got a great idea. So that scene in Thor Ragnarok where they're on the birthday ship, and you ought to do like a green screen of that with the fireworks shooting out, and be like, "It's my birthday. It's my birthday." Oh my God, that is the funniest scene in that movie when they jump on that spaceship and the fireworks start shooting everywhere, and the hologram pops up. It's great. So guys, also go check out the Indiegogo on demand. You can get the Unstable Frequencies is still on in demand, as well as the Black Cat Requiem if you missed out on that. And on the Cosplay Craze, please check out the add-ons. You can get the 52 card pinup card set, as well as the pinup book that is available on there as the add-ons. So if you missed out on that, help make that project even more great by adding on that stuff. April has some art cards that are available in that as well. I can't wait to see what April will be coming out with next. Last but not least, folks, CatCat and Piggygirl is live now on Kickstarter. This is a great campaign featuring my two kids. Go ahead, baby. My two kids, Roderick and Adriana. They are two kids just playing with their toys. They decide to have a camp out in the room one night. But after they go to sleep, they hear this crash, boom, in their room. And they're like, what was that? They come out and they discover that their stuffed animals are alive. Not only are they alive, but they have superpowers. So through some fortunate events, there's a transfer of power, and that power transfers to the kids. The next morning, they wake up thinking, oh, it was just a dream. We really don't have superpowers. Their dad takes them to the park, and at the park, they encounter a bully. So from there, you find out, do they truly have superpowers, or was it all a dream? All purchases of these books will help send extra copies to hospitals and cancer centers nationwide. There's no profit on this book that anybody's making. Everyone has donated their time, so thank you again. I'm going to call them out again. Thank you, Hazzum. Thank you, CB Zane. Thank you, April Reyna. Thank you, Steph and Carrie Ann. Thank you, Chuck Pino and Jason Meadows. Everyone, it's been such a great honor to have you guys work with me, to offer up your time, to offer up your art. Everyone who's offered up extras to add on. Anybody out there that's wanting to offer up stuff for me to put in the add-ons, such as these paintings by Wendy Steen Shaner, or this art book that was donated by Trudy Vanderpool, I'm going to put all this stuff up in the add-ons. It's selling like hotcakes. I think over half of the campaign has been from the add-ons. There's no overhead on this stuff, guys. So if you donate a piece of art and I make $100, that's $100 worth of books that's going towards the kids. So this project means the world to me. It means the world to thousands of kids around the world. It's truly going to make a difference. So thank you for everyone for watching the show tonight. Please go back all of these awesome, awesome projects. We've got GunEngine Zero. We've got the Gallows Man. We've got Cosplay Craze, as well as Unstable Frequencies and Black Hat Requiem available on Indiegogo On Demand. And last but not least, we've got CatCat and Piggygirl. So thank you so much for being here. Guys, one last thing. If you please go support these projects. If you can't afford to support the project, please mute your mic. The hamster's running in the wheel. Thank you. Sorry about that, folks. So if you can't afford to support a project, please consider throwing $1 at it. Why? Because if you throw $1 at a project, people follow you on Kickstarter. Every time you support a project, whether it's $1, $5, or $1,000, everyone that follows you gets an email stating that you backed this project. Those people will now possibly go check out that project and or share it. That dollar can make a difference, as well as keeping your algorithms in the Kickstarter tracking to where you can track towards the top. 50 people pledging $1 is better than no pledges at all. And if you can't afford to pledge $1, we understand. Please at least share these projects. Make an original post. Please don't share our post. Go and make an original post. Tell people why it matters to you, or whether you support the creator, you support the project that they're doing. Please make an original post. Because it'll be, one, it's more sincere because it's coming from you. It's not just a share. And two, because every time you share a post, Facebook buries it because Facebook sucks. Screw you, Zuckerberg. Anyway, and if you don't like Zuckerberg either, go to Cara's got some really cool Facebook inmate patches that she wears. You can get her great cover with that, or you can hit up Shannon. Shannon's got the patches, Facebook inmate repeat offender patches. So shout out to Shannon. So everyone have a great night. Thanks so much for being here. And as always, this is Rush Explode Studios with projects that will blow your mind. You guys have a great night and a great rest of your weekend. We will see you on Tuesday with Brandon with This May